What's going on, YouTube? This is Unger to the Max with Sports Vlog number 3. And so I want to start off this vlog with a very interesting statistic about the Super Bowl, even though the Super Bowl was 10 days ago. Because the Eagles won in their home jerseys, and I might be a little bit off on this statistic, but I believe it's like 14 out of the last 15 Super Bowl winners have worn their away white jerseys. Let's see. The Eagles wore their home jerseys, even though they were the away team. The Patriots, when they won it against the Falcons, wore their away jerseys. Let's see. The Broncos in Super Bowl 50 wore their away jerseys. Super Bowl 49, when the Seahawks should have ran the ball, but the Patriots were wearing their away jerseys. Super Bowl 48, Seahawks 43, Broncos 8. The Seahawks were wearing their away jerseys. Super Bowl 47, the Ravens won that Super Bowl, and they were wearing their away jerseys. Super Bowl 46, the Giants were wearing their away jerseys. Super Bowl 45, the Packers won that game, and they were wearing their home jerseys. Super Bowl 44, the Saints were wearing their away jerseys, and they won. Super Bowl 43, the Steelers were wearing their away uniforms, and they won on that ridiculous play by San Antonio Holmes. Super Bowl 42, with the helmet catch and the game-winning touchdown by Plaxico Burress, the Giants were wearing their away jerseys. Super Bowl 41, the Colts were wearing their away jerseys. Super Bowl 40, the Steelers were wearing their away jerseys. So, you see a little bit of a pattern developing. And maybe it's some superstition that teams say, like, if we wear our white jerseys, we'll win the Super Bowl. Maybe there's something to it, maybe there's not. I don't know. I just find that interesting that many of the past Super Bowl winners, except for 2, the Packers and the Eagles, have won the Super Bowl in their away jerseys. So, now that that's out of the way, or moving on to a slightly different topic, Seattle has formally put in a application to the NHL for a franchise. And Vancouver, the Canucks, have come out and said they want a team in Seattle because it would give them a geographical rival, which I agree with. So, actually, I'm going to put a little bit of a rant in here too, because, as you know, as I stated the other day, I have a lifetime goal to see a game at every NBA team's arena. And when I was in Milwaukee at the Bradley Center to see the Bucks against the New York Knicks, I asked one of the head people from the Bucks, why Milwaukee doesn't have an NHL team. And what they told me is that the reason Milwaukee can't have an NHL team is that because the Chicago Blackhawks put in some sort of restriction saying that there can't be an NHL team within a certain distance of the Blackhawks. And apparently the city of Milwaukee falls in line with that, preventing them from having an NHL team. Which I think is ridiculous, because I think Milwaukee deserves to have an NHL team. To me, they are one of the most passionate fan bases I have seen at an NBA game. And I just think Milwaukee would go nuts for an NHL team. And so I think Chicago should remove that rule and let Milwaukee have an NHL team if they want to. It's different if they don't have an interest. But Houston has expressed interest in an NHL team. And I love that the NHL is expanding. It's interesting that the first city they expanded to is Vegas, though. Because nobody, in my opinion, there's not really a native person to Las Vegas. And I could be wrong about that. But a lot of the people from Vegas, at least in my view, are tourists or people that have lived in like other states and moved to Vegas and became citizens. So it's interesting that Vegas now has an NHL team in the Golden Knights. In a couple years, they'll be getting the Oakland Raiders, which that whole situation is still really weird. Wow. And it's just odd to me. But with the NHL expanding, and I know Cleveland has a minor league hockey team, but why couldn't Cleveland have an NHL team? I think it could work. But I don't know. So that's going to do it for now. I will see you guys next time. This is Unger to the Max signing off. Salute, go Cavs, and go Jackets.